Now, joining me now is Lesley Pacey. She is a senior environmental officer for the Government Accountability Project. That is the group that uncovered this information. Lesley, your findings show that the EPA allegedly allowed Norfolk Southern to choose soil sampling methods. What does this mean, and what risk does this pose to the integrity of this investigation?
Well, hi, Kelly. Thank you for having us. I wanted to say that it really shows that Norfolk Southern seems to have called the shots here when it came to dioxin soil sampling in East Palestine. These compounds that they emitted from the soil sampling plan were chlorinated compounds that were precursors to dioxins and could have shown that dioxins were actually formed during the burning of vinyl chloride and also the rail ties that the train company burned, that Norfolk Southern burned. So yes, it was. These are very dangerous compounds, and it's very concerning.
How unusual is it for a federal agency like the EPA to rely on a company it's supposed to be investigating for critical testing data?
It is unusual to find black and white receipts that this has happened. I think that as we go along, things are becoming where our federal agencies are more and more captured by corporations. We see this a lot in environmental disasters where there's a lot of corporate capture going on. But in East Palestine, I feel like that was corporate capture on steroids. And the reason being is that our government agencies, EPA being foremost here, allowed an open, prohibited burn of vinyl chloride, which is prohibited by EPA's own statutes. They shouldn't have done that. They allowed it to happen. So in many ways, EPA is an accomplice to this environmental crime and now a human health crime that we're seeing unfolding, sadly, in East Palestine to this day.
Absolutely.
One of the things I wanted to say too, was I didn't mention earlier, was one of the key components is that EPA in this letter that they had written amending the soil sampling plan, that they wanted to go and capture more background samples from the west of the derailment. And this area was heavily hit by plumes. There was two different times that this was hit by plumes. This was hit by the open burn on February 6th, as well on February 3rd through the 6th, when there was a slow burn of chemicals. This area was heavily hit. So it was not a good place to collect samples from background and try to compare it to what they consider dirtier samples from other areas of the derailment site.
We appreciate your insight into this and bringing this to light. Well, please do keep in touch on this latest report. Senior Environmental Officer for the Government Accountability Project, Lesley Pacey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.